We are here celebrating the community at the 2K TV wrap party, and we want to extend a very special welcome to Miss T. Welcome to NBA 2K TV. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Doing well. I see you're repping your squad. Tell us a little bit about your jersey.
I'm wearing that SGA jersey. You know I'm repping OKC as my favorite team.
I love it. And today we're going to be hopping into the W. We're also
and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. And a good Thursday. And now the opening lineup for Boston. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. Then it's the Beast. Then there's Brown. And it's Pritchard in at the point. And for Brooklyn, Nicholas Claxton out there with Williams. Then it's Fred VanVleet. Then there's Cam Thomas. And it's Christopher in at the 2. So, Doris, for a coaching staff, what's the best approach to the second game of a back-to-back?
For me, Kevin, a back-to-back is about two things. It's about maturity, one, but you also have to manage both games. Look at the minutes of the first game and try to balance them in the second game, particularly when you're talking about your veterans.
Here's Christopher. Makes it off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Shots good by the Beast.
Jaylen Brown has improved as a setup guy. That pass was on time and on target.
Here's Christopher, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Wow, look at how quick he flashes to the rim there for the finish.
Tatum on the wing. And he drops it in from the low post.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
First quarter, just over a minute played. VanVleet looking around.
Directing the offense, Fred VanVleet, the quintessential floor general.
Well, it was the Boston Celtics, their last game, a loss to the Timberwolves in Minnesota. And the pass to the Beast. Here's Pritchard. Passes to the Beast. The Celtics working the ball around now. 5 on the clock. The 3 from Tatum. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Boy, they came ready to play. That's 4 straight buckets to start the game.
VanVleet with it. Now guarded by the Beast. They get it back. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
Now, the first thing that strikes you as a player with Nick Claxton is how easily this guy gets off the floor. Vertical threat on the offensive end and an excellent rim protector on the defensive end.
So he comes up empty at the line. The Celtics have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by VanVleet. Outside Tatum. This one for 3. Fred VanVleet grabs the miss. The Nets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Outside Thomas. Takes it from 10. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. DB thinking about Cam Thomas. When he gets on a roll, he is tough to stop.
Kevin, he reminds me a little bit of the microwave Vinnie Johnson back in the days of Detroit. When this guy is hot, get out of his way and let him do his thing.
Nets trail by 3. It's hauled in by Brown. Celtics shooting it from their comfort zone so far in this one. 57% from the field.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse. Now, we talked about the difficulty of trying to contain a player like Jaylen Brown. Coach said we can't let him gain confidence and feel like he can do whatever he wants. That's when you get into trouble. Now it's up to the players to make sure this doesn't happen. Guys?
Thank you, David.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
To the inside, Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Oh, the athleticism on display. Nick Claxton makes these throwdowns look easy.
Brown inside, Thomas covering. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Stolen. The base passes to Tatum. That one falls. Tatum's got his third bucket of the night.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Last meeting was in Boston, where they were unable to fight off the Celtics.
Live by the three, die by the three. If you're perimeter dependent, you don't really know game to game how it's going to go.
I think when you shoot as poorly as they did from deep in that basketball game, it's not going to go your way very often. The three ball too critical in today's NBA.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Williams, he's checked in for Porzingis. Josh Hart comes in for Jason Tatum. And Derek White subbed in for Pritchard. Boston leading by 6. Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sync. Good luck trying to stop him now.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. The Nets have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Here's Christopher, defended by Hart. Christopher, no good. Pass to the Beast. Pass to Hart. Here's the Beast, and he goes in for the dunk.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Gilliard. Hasn't made one yet. There's the pass to Hayes. Fades away. No good off the back of the rim. Celtics leading by 8. Passes it to the Beast. In the hoop for his fourth field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
They need this. Christopher, that's good. Christopher's got 11.
Well, they're not behind because of this guy. He is putting on a tremendous run.
It's Brown on the wing. 11-point game his last outing. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Launches the three, and the Nets another three.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open three.
White the pass to the Beast. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Nets trail by 7. 40 seconds left in the first. Pass to Gilliard. Here's Forte. And a miss there on the triple. Here's the Beast. 12 points for him. Outside White. Pass to the Beast. Fires from deep. Gilliard with the rebound. They get a hand on it. To the middle. Here's Williams. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Boston on top. They're up by 9. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And when you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what do you think?
Well, the offense is clicking. Helps your offense.
We've also seen them show a willingness to take advantage of the mid-range opportunities. The defense conceding these looks, and they're cashing in.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, Kevin. The Beast in the last matchup against the Timberwolves was a driven player. He scored 13 points, and he was a two-way player, causing the opponent headaches on offense and defense. When you think of that game, he comes to mind, specifically how impressive his energy level was. Kevin, you know he'd love to repeat that performance.
All right, David. Greg, we'll see if tonight follows suit. I'm sure he's looking forward to the challenge.
I think he'll be ready. He's in a groove. The confidence is insane. Boy, it's a good place to be.
No doubt. He is locked in, seems so comfortable with where his game is at. Boy, has he been fun to watch.
Second quarter.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Great, you look at today's point guards. So many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
And the Celtics making a change here. White's checked in.
Yeah, the evolution of Tatum as a passer is evident. This guy more committed than ever to making the right play.
Nets trail by 21. Swiped away. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Jaylen Brown.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Boston making a switch here. Hart's checked in.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
The pass to Hansen. Here's Christopher. Off target with his 3.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Tatum passes to the Beast. Six to shoot. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. The Beasts got 16.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
The Nets have shot 50% from the line today. 0 for 6.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Good on both.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
White the pass to the Beast. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Christopher, 11 points in the game. Floats one up. Hilliard's shot is good.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. White looking around. Pass to the Beast. Fires the 3. That's in. A 7 for 12 now in the game.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It goes on Jason Tatum. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And that 82% free throw percentage this season must have him feeling pretty good about himself at the line.
And so it's the Boston Celtics cruising into the quarter break with a
43. The Celtics, 65.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What can you say? The Beast, an impressive effort here today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
We've got Cam Thomas, Nicholas Claxton out there with Williams. Then it's Fred VanVleet, and it's Christopher in at the 2 guard. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. Nice ball movement by Boston. Shot clock at 6. Here's the Beast. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Thomas gets a wide open look. No good on the triple.
He's so frustrated. Hasn't had a make all game. It's making it very difficult for them to find any success.
Up top, Tatum. Claxton covering. Here's the Beast. 19 points in the game. Here's Brown. Rebounded by the Nets. Williams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. VanVleet wide open. They grabbed their own miss. Claxton, no good with the layup.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
A nice shot by Tatum.
Boy, you love the rise and fire off the bounce by Jason Tatum. That is not easy.
You know, Doris, few teams have tried to invite Brown to be a shooter. He's punished them each and every time.
And he's had to put in the work, Kevin, to make himself a legit perimeter threat. And listen, the defense has to make choices. Athletically, this is one of the most gifted players in the league. If you're going to concede anything to Jalen, it would probably be the 3-point shot.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. For the NBA, content continues to be king. Commissioner Adam Silver says the biggest issue for streaming services is what's called churn. To cancel is just a click. So it's more pay for play these days. We have to focus on people staying with you and having great content throughout the year. Kevin?
Yeah, you know, he's doing a great job, isn't he, David? Thank you so much. Here's the Beast. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
What an effective, efficient offensive possession. They'd love to get that shot every trip down the floor.
The Celtics have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. That free throw good from the Beast. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
Come on, let me hear ya.
Drew Holiday's checked in for the Beast. Here in the late stages of March, the range for teams in the power...
Substitution.
Some changes.
On the court.
Jackson Hayes comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And it's Forte in for Fred VanVleet. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Porzingis. White comes in for Jaylen Brown. The Beast, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. And it's done in for Pritchard. The offensive rebound. Forte, the pass to Williams. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here's Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Outside Thomas. White with the defensive effort. And so it's Boston ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll return shortly. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. On the court for the Celtics, they've got Dunn. Drew Eubanks out there with Hart. And it's the Beast. And it's Walsh. And at the 3, the small forward. Here's Wang. And they get it back. Good. Chapino shot is off. Celtics shooting 61% from the field, showing some marvelous touch out there. Back to Dunn. Greg, we know players are not shy about criticizing officiating. Anything you try to change or improve with the way the game is called?
I like when the players and the refs get together in the offseason to go over video examples. And I think one thing that's important is you got to have relationships between the players and the officials. And then I think the fans can also then kind of get on.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's Brown. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
Here's Hayes, and Hayes throws it down.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Pass to Pritchard. To the left side wing. Just 5 to shoot. Here's the Beast. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize.
One made 3 form for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
They've also made a concerted effort to get the ball down low. Many of their points coming in that painted area tonight.
Pass to the Beast. The 3. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Well, this is where you see Jaylen Brown has evolved as a playmaker for his teammates. That's a pretty pass.
And that's a foul called on the Beast. That'll be his second foul of the game. You know, Doris, I'm not sure many people take into account what a grind the NBA season is.
I couldn't agree more, Kevin. And listen, these guys have the best of what's available. They stay at top quality hotels. They have incredible professionals that take care of them. But there is no making up for lack of sleep when you've played a game at 8 o'clock at night, you leave the arena at 1, and you may arrive in your next city at 4 or 5 a.m. and tip off that night at 7, and this goes on week after week. It is not easy.
Back to Tatum. Here's the Beast. Thomas covering. The Celtics need to get a shot off. And again, Boston with the triple.
When you have an offensive arsenal as complete as Jason Tatum's, the shot clock doesn't bother you. I love that.
The Nets have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Van Vliet outside. Back to Hayes. Out to the wing. Here's Christopher. And again, it's the Nets missing. Boston's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Shots good by the Beast.
And this is outstanding vision by Jaylen Brown. This guy dishing the ball beautifully to his teammates.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Brown outside. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Yeah, you see the unselfishness right there. Brown wanting to keep his teammates involved.
And it's time for an injury report.
Well, guys, I had a minute to catch up with the Celtics head athletic trainer. He told me that it's a hairline fracture in the finger and that they do have it immobilized. He will not return to the game, and he may not be back on the court for a couple of games so he can heal up. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, Dave, thanks. Sounds like he won't be out for too long. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. As Dunn's checked in for the Celtics.
On the court.
And the Nets with possession here. Christopher. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Boston.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And this will make it 41 victories for them on the year.
Wow, they finished the season series undefeated. 4 games, 4 wins, really asserting their dominance.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for the Beast.
I think his steals tell the story. This guy was a disruptive force, and I don't think you can underestimate how important it is for a team to have someone in that role.
Whistle blows, basket is good, so a chance here for a three-point play.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The pass to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Brown deciding where to go with it. Just 4 to shoot. Here's the 3. The Beast can't hit. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Van Vliet passes to Claxton. Shoots the 3. Porzingis with the block.
A swat by Porzingis, that wingspan, letting you know he's in the house.
The Beast can't hit. And here is Van Vliet. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't eat home cookies to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Alden, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports.
Nice take, Blake. All right.
Off to a hot start. I love it.
All right, Miss T, we'll ask the professionals here. What's some of your thoughts on the W mode and how it's grown over the years?
So I have been loving it. This is the first year I've dived into it the way that I have this year. And it's my favorite mode so far. You know, I just feel like it's so well balanced, really fun. There's great players online.
And those are the starting lineups, so kick back, get your popcorn ready. We'll be back in just a moment. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Grant Hill and Richard Now the opening lineup for the Portland Trailblazers. We've got Denny Avdia, Shaden Sharp out there with Anthony Simons. Then there's Klingon, and it's Kamare in at the 3. And for the Celtics, the 2 J's, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Then it's Kristaps Porzingis. Then there's Peyton Pritchard, and it's the Beast in at the 2. And so off the tip, it's Boston. And coming down the home stretch of the regular season, Grant, have modern training methods help players get through it in one piece, you think?
Without a question, B.A. At the same time, it's a keeping up with the Joneses situation. If the guy you're guarding is in top form, that wears you down too. And that gets us rolling. Ooh, what a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
And sometimes getting that first bucket puts momentum in your corner, but we'll just have to see.
Nice find there from Simons. Solid at recognizing when his teammates are uncovered.
Out to the wing. The Beast shot is off. And it's Simons with the ball for the Trailblazers. Their last encounter was in Portland.
Defensively, they weren't up to the task. Didn't play as a cohesive unit, and it really hurt them.
Boy, they looked like they were asleep on that end of the floor. No one was talking. No one was paying attention. Yeah, it was rough.
Here's Sharp. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And this guy has some bounce. Always fun seeing Sharp hammer at home.
Here's Brown. It's deflected. Here's Pritchard. And the layup is good.
Hard work pays off with a rebound and a bucket. That's just great fundamentals.
Pass to Klingon. Outside Sharp. And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Porzingis grabs the board. For Boston, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. To the left wing. Here's the Beast, guarded by Sharp. Five on the clock. The Beast shot is off. The Beast has gone 1 for 3 from the field here. There's the drive, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Again, the miss by Portland.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Now the Blazers on the move. Here's Sharp. And Porzingis with the block.
Big time rejection from Porzingis. You must be careful trying to shoot when he's lurking nearby.
Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Pass to Kamare. Here's Simons. The 3. Not going to go that time. And when Porzingis can be a third option on a team, he is deadly and efficient, RJ.
We've always seen Porzingis as the guy or as a second option. But when he has elite teammates around him, he really flourishes.
Here's the Beast. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Personal foul.
It goes on Shaden Sharp. Boston shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
Number 67 at the line for 2 shots.
He's off on the first. And he sinks the second. Avdia with it. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Toronto.
He's more than chipped in on the glass as well. Just a tremendous effort last time out.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Out of bounds. It'll be Portland's ball. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Denny Avdia. The Trailblazers have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Pass to Klingon. There's Simons with a 3. Tatum pulls it in. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Porzingis in the post. He's covered by Simons. And they pick up 2.
The height of Porzingis gives him an edge on that offensive glass, and he uses it.
Right side Sharp. Tatum pulls it in.
See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
Pass to the Beast. Outside Tatum. The 3-ball. Nope, another miss. 0 for 2 to start the game. Portland trailing here. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
And Sharp has no off switch. He's
Trailblazers lead by 17. They've got Jaylen Brown. Josh Hart is out there with Jason Tatum. Then there's Drew Holiday, and it's the Beast in at the 2. That's the Boston 5.
And the dime going to Ayton, expanding the passing part of his game.
Simons against Holiday. Here's the Beast. And Ayton pulls it down. Portland has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Simons outside. And that one drops for him. And the Trailblazers lead by 21.
digging deep. Simons to the hole himself.
Here's the Beast. He's guarded by Exum. Holiday against Simons. Here's the Beast. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. The Beast has got 8 points.
I love the decision-making of Drew. You want the ball in Holiday's hands.
Oh, ripped away to the middle. It's hauled in by Exum. Exum's got his 5th rebound in this one. The Beast, good. 10 points for him.
And he's doing everything he can offensively to lift them out of this hole. But I'm not sure his hot shooting can do it alone.
Simons passes to Ayton, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simons. Well, when it comes to shooting from beyond the arc, these are the league leaders. Second, Jason Tatum.
Well, the shooting percentage he's cultivated from deep range is so impressive. His three-point shot is about as good as you can hope for.
Too easy for Tatum, even with the contact.
Brushing off the contact look. The dude is strong. When he gets in there, it's easy. That's an easy bucket.
Holiday's over to help. It's Walker on the wing. Back to Simons. Exum outside. Pass to Ayton. And here's Simons outside. He got a piece of it. Here's the break. That one drops for
67.
And it's Simons with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. This game coming after a loss versus the Raptors.
On the road, they got owned defensively. They just couldn't match the activity level of their opponent.
Yeah, if you allow a team to shoot such a high percentage in their own building, you're going to have a big hill to climb.
Pass to the Beast. Shot clock at 6. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Lets it go from deep. Avdia pulls it in. Portland leading by 13. Here's Exum. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game, And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
The Celtics making a switch here. Pritchard's checked in. Klingon, he's checked in for Portland. Kamara comes in for Walker. Brown scanning the floor. He shoots. Oh, Brown over the D.
Check out Brown keeping his composure. He doesn't let the hand in his face throw him off.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, the Beast in their last matchup against the Nets put on a show. He tallied 32 points and was such a menace on the defensive end. Steals galore. A statement game from him where he took his play to the next level. What's he have in store for us tonight, guys?
Okay, Allie, thanks. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Boston. Sharp, he's checked in for Portland. Here's Kamari. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game. Sharp against Porzingis. And Porzingis with the block. Here's the Beast. The kick to Tatum. Out left to the wing. Here's the Beast. He's got 12. Here's Brown. Oh, Brown inside. Hey, he's more than just a shooter.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall. And he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim. Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. And here's Brown for 3. And Klingon pulls it down. Trailblazers lead by 13. Outside Sharp.
2 minutes.
Pass to Avdia. Here's Klingon. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there. 1:41 left in the first half of this one. Three-pointer. The Beast. Good. The Beast's got 9 points in the quarter.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
Tatum against Avdia. It's Sharp with the drive. Oh, what a play. Just palms the block. And the foul called on Kristaps Porzingis. That's his first foul of the game.
It's just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Finished off one half of play.
With the score, the Celtics 34, the Trailblazers 41.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Trailblazers lead by 7. Checking out the group for Chauncey Billups to start the second half. Klingon out there with Denny Avdia. Then there's Sharp. Then there's Anthony Simons. And it's Kamari in at the 3. Pritchard, the pass to Brown. Here's the Beast. Guarded by Sharp. Pass to Pritchard. Shot clock at 5. Right wing. The shot. Portland with a rebound. Avdia's got his 4th rebound in this one. Simons with it. Picked up by Tatum. Left side Sharp. And he drops in. Over to the wing. Here's Kamari. Sinks the tray. Kamari's got 5 now.
Oh, and that's a nice find by one of the youngest players in the league. Sharp with tremendous upside to his game.
Outside, Brown trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. Pass to Sharp. To the paint. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
And so difficult to defend. Sharp has 3-level scoring ability, and he is prolific.
Tatum. And Klingon pulls it down. Portland leading by 12. Inside, here's Avdia. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Avdia's got his first basket of the night.
Something lit a fire under them at the half. They started this quarter going 3 for 3 from the floor.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Brown passes to the Beast. Tatum looking it over. Clock at 6. Pass to the Beast. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Trailblazers ball. Substitution on the court.
Here's Exum. Give him 8. Ayton with it. And Ayton with the stuff.
With his length, Ayton can easily get to the rim. In fact, he almost makes it look too easy.
Boston.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Jaden Sharp really making a difference here.
This timeout gives them a chance to strategize because whatever the game plan they have, it's not working.
For Boston's own.
And if you're looking for proficiency in scoring over the last month, look no further than this group. 5th, Jason Tatum.
One of the hottest players in the league. He's been really sharp from the field recently.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's the Beast. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It goes on Shaden Sharp. Boston shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. You know, for a while now, the NBA has done a last 2 minutes report on games. Richard, how do you think the players feel about this?
I can tell you how I feel. I don't like the 2-minute report. I think it does absolutely nothing to help the basketball game. Guys are frustrated. They need to move on. If they walk into the next game worried about the last 2-minute report, are they really focused on that game?
And it's good. 2 points.
Every year that Tatum is in the league, he just improves his passing.
And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Their biggest lead of the game was off the lob. Jason Tatum.
Terrific lob, and Tatum takes care of the rest. This is how it's done. Those passes dunk themselves.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
The Blazers have a lot to learn. Coach Chauncey Billups said, I owe it to these players to coach them. The only way I know to do that is with honesty. It's always coming from a good place. Once you know that, then you take it with love. I lead with love. I don't lead with fear. Brian?
That's a Hall of Fame mentality, Allie. He's been in their shoes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires from deep. And again, Boston with the triple.
I mean, I guess they're willing to give him that shot. They may want to rethink that strategy, though.
Pass to Avdia.
Boston foul.
White, he's checked in for Boston. Holiday comes in for Pritchard. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Grant. Blazers trail by 3. They've got Peyton Pritchard. Josh Hart is out there with Jaylen Brown. Then there's Jason Tatum, and it's the Beast in at the 2. That's who's in the game for the Celtics.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game, and that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
The Beast shot is off. Well, the Trailblazers shooting around 39%. They'd like to get that higher. Sharp passes to Simons. Avdia against Hart. Avdia can't get it to go.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
Pass to the Beast. With the teardrop. No luck on that one. Good D by Sharp. Portland trailing here. Doubled by Hart. Avdia passes to Sharp. To take the lead. And there it is for him.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A. Keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged.
Neither team able to build a lead and sustain it.
After 6 lead changes, it feels like it could come down to one big play.
On the wing, Simons. To the right side. Avdia from outside. Boston pulls it in. Pass to the Beast. Nice D from Avdia. The Trailblazers have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Here's Sharp. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Boston.
They've been just suffocating on defense the whole game. Look at their shot blocking. The opposition doesn't have any room to breathe.
And you also have to respect the pride they take in playing defense. They've been able to get some takeaways because of their activity level.
Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Hart. And Portland has possession. They trail by 1. Their next game is at Barclays Center in Brooklyn for a game of the Nets. And that'll be the 4th game of this 5-game road trip. Now a timeout called by Portland.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, they need to regroup and maybe try and draw something up that can get them a clean look at the basketball.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
During that break, Coach Chauncey Billups had some advice for the team. Point blank, he wants better shot selection. He told them, we're settling guys. Come on. We're not being patient out there. We're not working the ball around. That has to change right now.
And Allie, thank you for that. Klingen's shot is off. The Celtics shooting a solid 47%. Tatum passes to the Beast. Back to Tatum. Here's the Beast. That three's off the mark.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
The Celtics with the lead. Pass to Brown. Here's Pritchard. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Brown's got 3 assists now in this one.
They fought so hard to get themselves in a position to win this game.
And it's so much easier said than done. But now it's all about keeping that momentum going for them.
Nails it from beyond the arc.
Once a weakness in Brown's arsenal, now he's a legitimate threat to burn you from deep.
Simons outside. Sharp goes in. Avdia outside. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Pritchard. The Beast. Good. The Beast's got 22 points.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Now here's Sharp. Takes the 3. Another 3 for Portland.
He was solid in the first half from deep. He's a guy who can get hot. Let's see how he does here in the second.
Right side Brown. Oh, the block shot. Grabs it out of the air. Now the Blazers on the move. To the left side wing. Pass to Klingen. Avdia with it. 3-pointer Sharp. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown. The Celtics have got 5 out of 10 shots to drop here in the final quarter. Puts it up. Count it, and the foul. It goes on Denny Avdia.
The emergence of Brown as a #1 scoring option has been so much fun to watch. He has earned a lot of trust from his coaching staff.
DeAndre Ayton, he's checked in for Portland.
In a tight game, he is exactly who we wanted at the line.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Headed to the floor right now, it's Celtics Entertainment.
And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game.
Yeah, really the standout element of this game tonight was his offense and his ability to get inside by cutting the defense to shreds, finding lanes, even making them, and relentlessly attacking the hoop.
Klingon, he's checked in for Ayton.
Exactly the moments where you find out if a player's tough enough for the NBA. And Sharp showing no fear in a clutch situation.
1:46 left in the game. Wow, gutsy finish inside by Brown.
There you go, JB. I love his confidence. One of his strongest traits.
1:42 left in the fourth quarter. Simons outside. Off target with the 3.
There are nights where the shots just don't fall. Unfortunately, I know how that feels.
Porzingis passes to the Beast. To the inside. 3 on the clock. Jacks up a 3. Klingon pulls it down. Blazers trail by 5. Knocks it loose. Looking to get it going. Yes!
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's why his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
And it's in. Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings him within 1. Huge moment here.
You have to stay calm in these situations.
Here's Pritchard. Down low. Here's the Beast. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. And here's Portland. Pass to Avdia. Outside Sharp. There's Simons with a 3. The rebound, Celtics. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
Kamare, first personal foul.
Oh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he ends up making the second. And that'll put him up 2. Timeout called. Portland. They're behind by 2. 9 seconds left in the final quarter. All right, guys, what's your take?
A chance to tie it up here.
And you also have to wonder if they'll try for a 3. But they'll probably try for a 2, but if something opens up outside, I doubt that they will hesitate to take it.
And here's Simons. It's Sharp on the wing to take the lead. Oh, my! What a shot!
3.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
And Boston calls time here. They're trailing by 1. 1 second left in the final quarter. Guys, what do you think?
They've got one last chance to win it. It's got to be a catch and shoot off the inbounds play. They don't have time.
Oh, it's good!
The buzzer, that is how you finish it.
The winner at the buzzer. It doesn't get any better.
What a finish. It takes takes nerves of steel to knock down a shot like that.
So it's a narrow victory for the Celtics, pulling it out for the W. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited until the very last moment to seal it. And